Tarke here, and recently there's been a lot of buzz about Ichimanji. People have been using them for fossil farming. I've been trying to chance 2 of them in SSF for a couple of weeks now. Talked about it on Bay Class. Don recently made a video about it. I don't give a fuck who did this shit first. As far as I'm concerned, Tholfos did this first. Not with Ichimanji's, but abusing phase run. Now, as Don discovered when he did his video, and as a lot of people have been discovered when they try and mess around with phase run and stuff, phase run is a buff which gets cancelled when you use a skill. People have been using stuff like Vol Earthquake, where they press Vol Earthquake, then they press phase run, so it doesn't get cancelled, pressing Static Strike, so it doesn't get cancelled. Now, I tried doing a Death's Oath version of the build, and it works. You can AFK next to bosses, no problem. It's really fucking slow. Don tried an RF version of the build, it works. It's really fucking slow. Now, I remember talking to Tholfos, and if you don't know, Tholfos has been a meme in my channel for a couple of leagues now, because he's a really good SSF trap player who keeps his profile as private, and he keeps getting some of the first SSF boss kills, and people couldn't work out how he was doing it, and he was playing traps before the trap rework. Now, he said to me at one point, he doesn't use shield charge, he doesn't use whirling base, he doesn't use movement skills, he only uses phase run because he likes running and other reasons. Now, I always assumed he was doing some frost wall, like, cheesing, where he would use frost wall to, like, block off bosses. I think this is actually what he was doing, which I'll show you in a second, but I'll explain it first. So, this was before Flamethrower Trap existed, this was before, any cool shit existed. He used to use Cremation Trap, and that seems really meme. Now, Cremation Trap made sense to me at the time because Cremation does a lot of damage, but also, Cremation has a very long duration, it lasts for like 8 seconds, and the cool thing about traps is you can pre-lay traps before you aggro the boss. And then I just realized, hang on, the only thing that breaks phase runs is if you hit. So what if you were playing a Trapper or a Totem or a Minion build, and I'll show you this working with both Traps and Totems. What if what you do is you just play like a normal Trapper build or a normal Totem build or a normal Minion build, you clear the map normally. Then, when you get to the boss, I'm just using a shitty spring, so I'm using like level 1 gems as an example. Any boss with an arena, you get like a grace period before the boss aggroes. What if you pre-laid your traps, pre-laid your totems, and then pressed phase run? What will happen is, the boss, like, activates once you step forward in the arena. Your totems, minions, traps, whatever, attack it, and the boss doesn't aggro to you because you haven't hit it yet. I've replicated this a few times. It's a little bit finicky in the fact that you need to, like, not fuck it up. But I'll show you it here with a totem. So we've laid a totem. We're now phase running. The boss doesn't know I'm here. It's just attacking the totem. And you're like, okay, Tarke, what's the point of this? Well, if you're playing a normal totem build, right, like a tanky totem build, not just a random occultist, you can use a phase run in your setup to get, like, as long as your totems survive, for free on any boss, right? So if you're playing any totem build, pre-lay your totems, phase run, run forward, right? You could try it without itchies, you could have itchies and weapon swap. It's something kind of cool. You can do this with traps. I'm assuming you could do this exact same thing with summoners, and it's actually really cool. Now, with totems and traps, if you don't kill it in your initial lay of the totem or the initial lay of the traps, you need to throw another set. But if you have tanky enough totems, or totems which do enough damage, that you can kill the boss in one life cycle, or you can kill the boss in one trap cycle, then this is pretty fucking strong. So, yeah, I'll now show it to you with traps. And again, these aren't designed to do damage. Aggro forward. He's not attacking me. Traps are doing their thing. And we're just chilling. So yeah, I think this is how you actually make an invisible build that isn't shit. Because Death's Oath has very limited scaling. And another thing against Death's Oath is Profane Bloom is a hit. So when it triggers for map clear, you aggro things. Righteous Fire has better scaling than Death's Oath, but even that isn't, like, the best damage. So I think the real, true invisible build is some kind of, like, totem thing. And if you wanted to do, like, a true invis build, which didn't completely suck dick, you could do, like, a Righteous Fire Scorching Ray Totem Hierophant or something. And then you could do Invisible RF to clear the entire map. And then when you get to the boss, prelay your, like, 4 totems or whatever it is. Don't take Ancestral Bottom of the Tree, so you can still do damage with your RF. Once your totems die, your RF will then finish off the boss. So yeah, I think that's how you actually do it. And again, with all of this build stuff, who did it first? We all know the true answer is Moors. I'm Tarke. You're welcome, by the way. I'm really curious to see who has the coolest version of this once we all start fucking around with it. Please no nerf GGG. To be honest, it's pretty broken, but it's like not that broken in current game. And yeah, more cool wacky shit, please. Bye-bye.